Hey everybody, Brian Hogman here with our very first Mission 35 fire. I'm super pumped about it. We were inspired to start this fire when I read about the FIRE movement. And the FIRE movement actually is an acronym, and it stands for Financial Independence and Retiring Early. And I thought, what a great way to showcase what we're all about at Mission 35, which is financial independence, financial security, mindset, growth, and really about increasing your wealth. And my fabulous co-host today, Teresa, Franciosa. Say hi to everybody, Teresa.
Hey, how's it going,
Oh
everyone?
my God, you encapsulate absolutely everything about Mission 35 Mortgages, and you are just an absolute beaming, amazing, beautiful person inside and out that I feel blessed to get to work with every single day. And I'm excited to talk some real estate and talk some wealth with you. So welcome, T. Welcome.
Thanks for that intro. Pretty cool. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you deserve it, buddy. You deserve it. You earned it. You deserve it, you know? So, listen, so you know what? Like, for those people that don't know you, all you have to do is Google Mission 35 and you'll see, 1,000 Google reviews pop up about Teresa Franciosa. But you know what? You are such an amazing human. And I wanted to talk about, let's talk about those crutches in the background there. Are they just for show? Or is that like your trophy or what's going on?
That would be amazing if they were just for show. No, there they are. And they're based on an accident I had on Valentine's Day. So I wish it was like a glamorous type of accident coming down and, a black diamond or something like that, but it was not. It was going down my stairs. I ended up with what's called a Liz Frank, which is a really bad break. A lot of football players get it, and wasn't playing football, was just going down my stairs. But yeah, so I have been isolated since February the 14th after foot surgery on the 19th. I came home on the 21st, and so quarantine for me since that day.
Tree, you're always trying to do everything ahead of everybody else, aren't you? You're such an overachiever. You want to quarantine and get used to it before everybody, right? But I admire the hell out of you because you know what? A lot of us have been through a lot in the past 6 weeks. Everybody's suffering through, our quarantine, social distancing in some way or another. But you've been doing it for so much longer, right? So tell me about how, we have a morning meeting for people that don't know every single morning at 8:30, Monday to Friday. I get to see Teresa on a Zoom call, and she's always happy. Tell me, how do you keep your sanity, Tree? How do you keep your mind straight? Seriously.
I would say definitely for mindset, it would be a lot of meditation, hypnosis, self-hypnosis, family, surrounding yourself with some really strong people, family, friends, my team that I get to talk to every day at 8:30 in the morning, family that's been, nothing but supportive and, mentally, physically, just being there for me. Eric, just being there every day to, physiotherapist, driver, chef, all of that. So my direct family, my in-laws, my everybody just pitching in to help me get through this, so that, you always have to lean on someone. You're not in it alone, whether that's, getting better from a physical injury, going through, deciding that you're going to do investments. You're not in it alone. You need a team of people to help you through the process, right?
Was that something you're always like? Because you know what, I always find it hard to say help me sometimes, because I like to do it myself. Was that hard for you during this? You're pretty, I know you, and you don't ask for help for much. So how was that for you?
It was tough. It was tough to ask for help, but it just brought me back to my roots and to just, I think, to when you're a child and you're doing the building blocks, right? And then to get your independence and doing all of that. And it just brings you back to that, to being a child and not being able to do anything for yourself, from, taking yourself up the stairs or, bathing yourself for the first little while. There's just so much you can't do, which I hate to say, but just going back to basics and letting people help you just kind of brings me back to wait, hold on, what does that look like even for my, my professional career, my, just actively, being active, what does that look like? It's one step at a time, and knowing that you absolutely need those people in your life. You need some type of structure, and then build from that, building upwards, and not thinking that, you just know everything and you can do everything on your own. No, you don't. You just going back to that gives you a lot of different perspective, I think.
Yeah. Well, and I think it probably showed you how much good you put out in the universe, right? Because I know everybody that knows you would help you in a heartbeat, right? So just asking, I bet you that probably was a good realization to know that, wow, like, you know what, people will help when you ask for it, right?
Yeah, yeah. Or you don't even ask for it, but they're just there to help, and you think you can do it, but they're just there. They're like, hey, I'm here. This is what I need to do for you. Yeah.
So you mentioned meditation. Like, is that something you do once a week? Or is it like, how often do you meditate? Like, how often are you doing those mental exercises to like keep you?
Meditation, I was probably doing it only a couple of times a week before this. I would say probably when I need it most, and there's more there's stressful times in your life that you need a little bit more, and you're bringing it into your life, and you're doing it maybe 5 to 6, 7 times a week. I was probably, before this happened, probably only doing it once a week. But once this did happen, and I was, I understood that I needed surgery and what was going to happen, and the things that were, were going to be laid out over the next 12 weeks. I then decided I was onto the meditation, whether that was a pain meditation, to help me through the pain, to help me through the recovery, to help me through, the bone repair, whatnot. And now I'm at the point where I've kind of surpassed all that. And now mentally, becoming mentally strong again, to be able to know that, that there are no limitations. My only limitations are my mind, right? So that now it's on a daily now. So I pick what I need daily, right? You listen to your body, you listen to your mind, and you pick through those meditations or hypnosis, whatever it is that I need that day. I'm picking through it, kind of like picking out a library book, right? What do I need today?
That's cool. You know what? I like that. Listen to your body, because I find some people kind of like give themselves grief. I know I'm like that. Like, if I don't do something that I said I was going to do one day, I almost beat myself up. But maybe I don't need that workout that day, or I don't need that run that day, but I actually need meditation, or I need yoga, or I need something. And it's kind of like having a toolbox on the shelf, like you said, and you pick out the tool you need that day for your mind, body, or soul, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And I find meditation really builds tools, right? You're putting more and more tools in your toolbox, because you realize that you're overcoming certain objectives and certain, limitations, for lack of a better word.
I think what's right for you is not right for everybody, or right for somebody else. But the fact that you're doing something on the daily right now, I couldn't imagine having a broken foot or a broken leg in quarantine. I would not want to trade positions with you. I admire everything that you've gone through there. So I want to talk, because what a lot of people don't know too is that you're not only a ray of sunshine and exceptional human being, but you're also a real estate investor as well too. And you closed a house during COVID.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So when you talk about stresses, right? Like, and I know we've had talks about this, but I would love for you to share that process, and sort of like, because you bought it pre-COVID and then closed last week, right?
On the 17th, yeah.
So how did that? What stages did you go through in your mind? How did that play out? What happened?
Excitement. I'm going to say excitement to start. Then fear set in around COVID. We were still a month out from close, and I probably thought a lot about backing out of the deal. I did. There was a lot of conversations around it with you, with Eric, like just deciding, hey, what do we do here? But it was, short-lived, because when you take a step back and you put all emotions on the shelf and you think about it realistically, just like, 2008, this too shall pass. So the economic struggles that we're in right now, this too shall pass. Do we know what it's going to look like? No. But not doing anything is worse than doing something, right? Totally. So, yeah, we decided that, just push forward. and hope for the best. So we closed on it last week on the 17th. And we're just looking at, putting it out there for renters, and we're getting some interest, which is great. It's a different mindset today, right? Just like real estate. How are people, we're doing virtual look throughs and, setting up appointments and just doing everything, making sure that, we're COVID friendly and, that we're keeping our distance, but people are, we still need, people need to see what the place looks like, right? So we're making concessions.
What's that?
We're making concessions.
Yeah, and it's changing, right? But it's amazing, like, I think those are the two biggest fears that two biggest feelings that everybody's going through right now is fear and anxiety, and then hopefulness and optimism. And I think people float between both of those a lot in the past 4 weeks, right? And it all depends on what you're feeding your mind at that time as to where the dial is, right? Whether it's fear and anxiety or hopefulness and optimism, right? So, and I commend you for that, Tree, because I think, there can be no courage without fear, right? You can't be a courageous person. Like, you can't act with courage unless you're scared shitless about something, right?
Absolutely.
So, and you look at it now, right? Like you mentioned it before too. In 2008, there was a crisis.
There was.
And things worked out okay. That passed. In 2001, there was a massive crisis that I know you and I remember. Some other people might not, but that was the World Trade Center.
That's right. It never happened before, right?
Right. So, and it seems like every decade we're likely and now we're in 2020 and we're in a pandemic that's shut down the world. So we're likely always going to have every 10 years something that's never happened before.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Yeah.
So that's cool. So you said you were finding tenants right now. Is it difficult? What's the market like you're seeing for tenants?
There seems to be a lot of interest. I'm not the only one. There's someone else on our team that's just closed on a house and actually just told me today, which I'm super excited about. She now has a tenant. And it's a little more work than previous because, not only are you doing background checks and doing all, your checks and balances, making sure that this is the right fit for you and they're the, vice versa. But you're also, they're previewing a house sight unseen in some instances, but there's still a lot of interest around it. It's just a little more due diligence on our part, and really at night after you shut off your computer, what else do you have to do? Can't go anywhere.
Right?
This is perfect time, to be doing your due diligence. Like, this is it,
Well, and I think that's true. I think that brings up another point. Like, it's surprisingly how efficient I know I've become. Like, I'm getting so much more done. I've been able to read more books, consume more positive content, make more calls because, like, I'm not running around. Like, conversations are quicker. Like, you're right. You just have more. You have more time to do more efficient stuff, right?
Exactly.
So
exactly. Absolutely.
That's cool. Well, you know what? I commend you for that because I think your wealth is going to grow exponentially from closing on that rental property.
Oh, I believe so. I think,
didn't you say it's already gone up in value?
Yes. So purchase was, I believe, February. Yeah, end of February was the purchase date. And we have some tools here that are really, really neat. And I looked at it and it's gone up by $10,000 since my purchase date. So that's pretty exciting.
That's wild.
Yeah. So I believe that real estate is, it may not be moving as quickly, like homes are selling and things like that. That's not happening right now. However, when we get out of this, people have been sitting in their homes for a long time and things are going to start to move and things are going to start to change. Is the mere real estate, are we going to see the properties go down in value? I don't think so. I really don't. I think they may plateau, but I don't see them going down. You're not going to see your investment going down. And if it does go down slightly, this too will change again.
I totally agree. And I think also that point, I think a lot of other people are going to look to real estate as an investment tool. The stock market for a lot of people. I had a client, the most depressing thing, some clients are getting phone calls right now that are in their 70s and 80s that are receiving RIFs, registered registered retirement income funds.
Yeah.
They said to this poor old lady, they said, do you want to consider taking less money out of your RIF because your plan has dropped so much, it's not going to last as long as you thought it might? It's like heartbreaking, right?
It is. It is.
That conversation is now going to cause people to look to different investment vehicles, right? Another investment vehicle, which has really been tried, tested, and true, is real estate. So that, with more people wanting to invest in real estate, will likely, that'll increase demand. Our supply is not getting higher. So to your point, that demand, if it's going to continue to get bigger, it's going to drive up our prices even more, which is good. So what's next for you, Tree? Are you going to buy another property once you burn those crutches? We're going to have a crutch burning party, or what?
We are. We are. We are. We're going to have a crutch burning party in my backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're looking at a few more investments. I do believe that in real estate investment, you have full, how do I say it? Like you're fully in control of that, right? Like the real estate market, yes, the market does dictate whether it goes up or down slightly, but if you have those investments and your renters are paying down your mortgage, it's the money that's making you money while you sleep. Like it's getting paid down. The value, even if it stays plateaus, but it's getting paid down. So your equity is getting larger. And as that equity gets larger, you've got now more money to draw from. Or you've got a nice little retirement savings. When you go to sell that property, it's mortgage free. There's your retirement. Even though you're paying some taxes, maybe you're in a smaller tax bracket at that point in time in your life, but you're not waiting on the markets to do, the bond market or RSPs, which are great, but they're going to dictate what you can take in or out, right?
Yeah.
It's good to use to your advantage, right? So I do believe real estate is the way to go. Building a nice little portfolio, building your nest egg. It's a life by design. It really is. And I'm totally a big believer in it. This is property number 4 for us. So super excited. I think I need to have, or I would like to have probably close to between 8 to 10 properties is kind of the goal.
That's amazing. You know what? That is awesome. Well, I hope you still choose to work at Mission35 after you get
Of course I do.
Yeah. Everybody is lucky to have you around. Well, Tree. Okay, we're going to finish up here with a fun little lightning round for you, okay? A couple questions, okay? So what is your favorite book?
Right now, it is Girl, Wash Your Face.
Oh, yeah. Right on. Okay. Favorite movie?
Gladiator.
Oh, Russell Crowe.
Right. Russell Crowe, yeah.
Maximus Decimus Meridius. If you could be a superhero, who would you be?
Wonder Woman. This is my daily planner.
You are Wonder Woman. And what is the first thing you want to do when pandemic ends, doors open up, we all sing Kumbaya? What do you want to do?
I want to go for a run in a public park and see lots of people.
That's awesome. I like that. That sounds cool. Well, Tree, anybody that's listening to this, I think you're an inspiration to many people, Teresa. I think you're someone that lots of people can look up to. You're successful in everything you do and touch. What would you tell people that want to be like you?
Not to fear. Move forward, always forward, never back. This too shall pass. And we live in the right country, to push things along. And we've seen that with government. We've seen that with what's happening, the bailouts that we've had. I really think that, this is the time when this is the opportunity. Take that opportunity. This is the time. Take that opportunity and move forward. If this is something that's, kind of been sitting there in your mind, just, don't think about it too much. Reach out to the teams of people that can, whether it's your realtor, your mortgage agent like us, or your mortgage brokerage, reach out to those people that can help you through the process, right?
Tree, I think that's awesome. And you know what? If anybody wants to get in touch with Teresa, reach out to Mission35, send her an email. She will give you all of her knowledge all the time. She's one of the most generous human beings I know. And I'm honored to be able to work with you, Teresa. So thanks everybody for tuning in. If you have ideas or you want to be a guest on Mission 35 Fire, send us an email. You can email me, mortgages@brianhogman.com. And we just want people to elevate their financial well-being through elevating their state and just having a better life all around. So Tree, thank you so much for coming on today. And I hope everyone makes this a fabulous day. Take care, everybody.